Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country. Tiger Country 104.5.
The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
Lee Scott Academy Basketball is on Tiger Country 104.5. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Googe Performing Arts Center, Mountain High Outfitters, and Russell Building Supply. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Gutter Pro, Advanced Graphics, Auburn Express Towing, and Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Now, live from courtside, here's the voice of Lee Scott Academy Basketball, Christian Griffin.
One game down, one game to go here inside Sanford Gymnasium. It was the Lee Scott varsity girls that picked up a 70-38 win over the crosstown foe, the Loachapoka Indians, here just a few moments ago. And we just got to celebrate all of our seniors here on the winter sports for Lee Scott Academy. The varsity girls, the varsity boys. We have Davis McIsaac in there as well as Mr. Wyatt Myers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back into the Lee Scott Sports Network. A little bit more of a traditional start here for the varsity boys contest. And my goodness, do we have a fun one here tonight inside Sanford Gymnasium. It's the Lee Scott Warriors. It's the Loachapoka Indians. And this Warrior team, my goodness, coming off what was a very fun win on Friday night against the Glenwood Gators. We'll talk about that kind of as the night goes along. But happy to be back inside Sanford Gymnasium here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game. They're presented by Jeff Coat Tramp Funeral Home and Crematory, serving Opelika, Auburn, and Lee County since 1988. You had 15 turnovers in that Glenwood game. You only averaged right around 13 per contest, and a lot of those turnovers came in the second half and were unforced and very uncharacteristic turnovers by the Lee Scott Warriors that really allowed this Glenwood team to work their way back into the contest to make it a very close game. To be completely honest with you, if you play 3 more minutes, much less if you play overtime, I'm not sure you win that contest, but that's why you play 32, and the Warriors took care of business with that 76-74 win over the Gators last time they took the floor. But steal possessions, don't give them away. If you are the Lee Scott Warriors, continue to do the little things correctly. Win those 50-50 matchups, dive on the floor, do the dirty work, do what you need to do, box out strong. You feel like this team continues to do that, but every once in a while has a couple little lapses, and that's when some of those teams go on a run. But when you sit there and you feel like every single 50-50 ball goes in favor of the Lee Scott Warriors, that is when they dominate, looking to see if they can do so here at home tonight. And finally, finish the job. I want to see 32 minutes strong here inside Sanford Gymnasium tonight. Not 28, not 29, not pick and choose. 32 minutes of complete basketball. And if we get those, we will be very happy here on senior night for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. We'll dive into all of the varsity boys cheerleader, or the varsity boys seniors here as well throughout the night. But wanted to give a major shout out to the Lee Scott varsity competition cheer squad as they are in Orlando right now. If not all of them about to make the trip, should be in Orlando by now. We know a couple people that are down there that are tuned in, watching and listening to this game here tonight from Orlando. And so wanted to give them the best of luck. Wanted to give them a major shout out, give them as much love as we possibly could here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. We'll take a break, come back and get you the starting lineups and opening tip between the Loachapoka Indians and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. All of that coming up here on Tiger Country 104.5.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the Orthopedic Clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Now the starting lineups, presented by Auburn Bank on your LSA sports station, Tiger Country 104.5.
Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Auburn Bank. Their local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you and proud sponsor of Lee Scott Warrior basketball here on senior nights inside Sanford Gymnasium. It's Gray Haley, it's Hayden Harper, William Lyles, Parks Myers, and Cord Zellner, the seniors for the Lee Scott Warriors, and the Warriors win the opening tip, and we're off and running here tonight. It's Hayden Harper dribbling the ball on the left wing. In their home whites are the Lee Scott Warriors. Gets the dribble handoff from Cord Zellner. Hayden Harper through contact, couldn't get the layup to go. And the long rebound goes in favor of the Indians, who want to get out and run, use their speed here tonight. You see them do so on the immediate possession. Right-handed layup is no good. Fight for the rebound, comes down with it with Cord Zellner as well as one of the Indians. It'll be a jump ball. Keep it on this side of the floor with Loachapoka. Lee Scott Academy in their home whites. The Indians in their road reds. And right off the bat, number 32, Cam White, muscles his way down low and gets the first points of the contest for the Warriors. Now down low to Parks Myers, bounce pass to William Lyles, almost loses it, able to get it back to Hayden Harper. His catch and shoot triple from NBA range is no good. Ball tapped around, William Lyles gets it, and he's hacked on the way up. He will head to the line to shoot a couple. William Lyles, not the orange shoes that we're used to, rather just the orange shoe. May have to get a little bit of a insight on the reasoning for that one, but gets the friendly roll. The Warriors on the board. Oh, there it is, looking on the bench. Mr. Chapman Harris with the orange left shoe. So I guess the two splitting their two pairs here tonight. Whatever works, superstitions are only superstitions, and they're only crazy if they don't continue to work. We're not superstitious, just a little stitious. Here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Left-handed layup by the Indians, no good. Ball tapped around and knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Indians. Inbound pass right back to Cam White. His kick out to the right wing. Guarded by Hayden Harper. They get it down low to White once again. His left-handed layup is too strong, and Harper skies for the rebound. Outlet to William Lyles. He goes up strong, gets the right-handed layup to go. William Lyles, 4 points early here tonight. And the Warriors lead it 4-2. Lee Scott continuing that full court pressure. Not necessarily any traps, anything too extreme, but again, just forcing this Loachapoka team to think a little bit more about every dribble, every pass. Add a little bit more pressure throughout the evening here tonight. A minute and a half gone by. Elbow jumper from number 3. That's Montre Poole. He can't get it to go. Long rebound out with the Indians. Poole thought about the left wing 3. Instead, kicks it to number 11, Jamari Todd, who tried to take it on the short corner but stepped out of bounds. Warrior ball. Four to 2. 2 minutes into this contest here inside Sanford Gymnasium. William Lyles, pump fake, blow by, he regathers, can't bury the triple. Parks Myers there, the offensive rebound, he can't get it to go. William Lyles, yet another offensive rebound, goes up with the right hand, he can't get it. And now Gray Haley under the basket, outlet to Parks Myers, now to Hayden Harper, who gets the screen from Cord Zellner. He tried to skip past it to Gray Haley from the short corner, but instead threw it off the rim. An unfortunate turnover as Gray Haley was wide open in the far corner. Now the Indians work their way to the short corner. The 10-foot jumper is no good. Zellner skies for the rebound, couldn't gather it. And Cam White did try to save it, and he throws it out of bounds into the Warrior bench. A reminder that the first half action of tonight's game is presented by Russell Building Supply and Russell Do-It Center. Experience and knowledge from the pros at your hometown home center. Haley has it. Now William Lyles. Now inside to Hayden Harper. Spins his way towards the middle of the floor. Out to Parks Myers. Now back to Harper. Now to Haley. Beautiful ball movement. The Indians do a nice job of recovering. Haley has it in the far corner. Pass to William Lyles. Back to the short corner in Myers. Nobody picks him up. He'll step back and pop it from three. He can't get it to go. Ball tapped around off the rim a couple of times and will go out on Cord Zellner. It's Indians basketball. The Warriors have had really nice ball movement and a couple open looks, but credit to Loachapoka here early, using their athleticism to successfully complete that scramble drill. Now a bounce pass in transition, right-handed layup from Peter Chenier is good, ties the game at 4. Harper, now Haley, now Myers, back to Hayden Harper, catch and shoot three, yes sir! Harper's first points here tonight, 7-4, 4.5 to play. Approaching the halfway point here in this first quarter. The speed of Loachapoka right now is eating up the Warriors in transition as Montre Poole able to get the friendly roll off the front of the rim. Warrior lead is a point. Parks Myers lands on 2 feet. Kick out Gray Haley. He knocks down a triple. Back-to-back possessions. 6 points for the Warriors, and a little too aggressive is William Lyles. He'll get called for the reach-in foul with 4 minutes and 3 seconds here in this first quarter. And halfway through the first means we have that 4-man substitution. Chapman Harris, Barrett Cook, Hollywood Watley, and Brooke Zachary. The speed yet again for Loachapoka, able to break the press. They get down to the free throw line, kick out, walk in 3 for Montre Poole. He leaves it short, long rebound with Adolph Dunn. His jumper is no good. Nice box out, Barrett Cook, and we're off and running. 10-6, Lee Scott Academy. Hayden Harper tries to work his way inside. Hand off to Barrett Cook, has nowhere to go. Now down low, Brooke Zachary lowers his shoulder. Wyatt Watley there, and a blocking foul. Watley will head to the line to shoot a couple. Hollywood, another one of the seniors for this Lee Scott squad. And he knocks down the front end, and hence the nickname that we gave him at football. Again, asked for anytime he scored to be compared to Ryan Williams for Alabama, and said it halfway jokingly, but little did he know we don't go by Wyatt anymore here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. But Mr. Watley will be attending the University of Alabama here in the fall. Almost gets a steal, a jump ball, and possession arrow in favor of the Lee Scott Warriors. The aggressiveness, that grittiness for Hollywood gives the Warriors another possession. They lead it by 5, 11-6 here, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the opening period. Harper will walk the ball up the floor, gets it to Wyatt Watley on the left wing. Now Chapman Harris, kick out Hayden Harper, his triple, lines it up, leaves it short. Brooke Zachary, offensive rebound, spins his way through contact, loses it into the hands of Watley, throws it up and in, does Hollywood, 3 points. Now for Mr. Watley, and the lead is 7, 13-6. With 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Lee Scott and Loachapoka doing battle inside Sanford Gymnasium here tonight. The Warriors tried to double team Dunn at the top of the key. It leads to a Jamari Todd wide open 3. Barrett Cook looks to respond. He leaves it short, but the weak side rebound with Brooke Zachary, and it gets stolen away. And now Chapman Harris tried to set the edge on the near sideline, but couldn't get there. He'll get called for the reach-in foul. Lee Scott definitely looks like the more polished offense right now, but Loachapoka just using that speed and athleticism, having a little success here in the back half of this first quarter. 13-9 is the Warrior lead with 2.5 to play. On-ball screen with Jamari Todd, now down low, and the ball stripped away by Brooke Zachary. Gets it into the hands of Chapman Harris. Now Hayden Harper runs baseline, loses it for a second, able to get it back. And jumps his way back into the defender to get him enough room to kiss it off the glass. Hayden Harper now with 5 here in this first quarter, 15-9. Under 2 minutes to play in this opening period. Off-ball screen to get Todd open, but Barrett Cook does a nice job fighting off that screen. Has it on the left elbow, spins his way back towards the middle of the floor. A nice move from Jamari Todd. He now has 5, and the team's trading buckets here in this first quarter. Zachary, the handoff to Hayden Harper. Harper gets to the elbow, out to Chapman Harris, who again is wearing one of the bright orange shoes, but he turns it over. A 3-on-1 bounce pass, another bounce pass. Right-handed layup from Dunn is no good. Chapman Harris able to play defense without fouling. Now loses it momentarily. Ball on the floor. And a jump ball right around the Warrior three-point line before anybody was able to firmly grab it. But a jump ball will give it to the Indians with just over a minute 15 to play here in this first quarter. Just across the 7 o'clock hour here Central Time on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Appreciate everybody for being here and spending your Thursday evening with us. And it was Travion Table who was running up the floor with Barrett Cook on his hip, and Barrett Cook's going to get whistled for a foul. That's the third team foul for Lee Scott here in the first 8 minutes. Indians throw it in to the front court. Ball being guarded by Barrett Cook. Dish off to the big man, loses it, able to get it back. Ball on the right wing right now, guarded by Chapman Harris and Wyatt Watley. Dunn works his way short corner. Dunn goes up strong and able to get it to go. His first points of the evening. Trims the lead down to 2. Watley gets it to the left elbow. Now Barrett Cook. Outlet to Watley. Pass to Fuquay, who's checked into the contest. Watley thought about the 3. Instead, jab step, blow by. Can't get it to go on the layup. Zachary there for the offensive rebound and a push from behind. They're going to get number 50. And apologies, I have every number but a number 50 on my roster. 15-13, 28.5 to play. Watley the inbound to Brooks Zachary. Right-handed layup is no good. Ball tapped around and into the hands of the outlet for the Indians. 20 seconds to play, working coast to coast. Jack Fuquay tried to draw the charge. Instead didn't draw any contact, but enough to alter the layup. Watley with 13 has it on the right wing. Bounce pass to Chapman Harris in the far corner. Under 10 seconds to play. Chapman Harris, no look pass. Brooks Zachary, layup and the foul. Layup sat on the front of the rim for a good second or two. Couldn't see if it was going to go down or not, but really nice ball movement. Almost felt like a scramble drill offensively. Lee Scott almost playing a little too fast, but didn't allow the Indians to get set up. Brooks Zachary was left alone and wide open. On the right block. Balanced scoring for the Warriors here tonight. Haley with 3, Harper with 5, Watley with 3, William Lyles with 4, and Brooks Zachary with 2. Looking to make it 3 with the and 1 free throw, and he does. 4.1 remaining in the first. Guarded by Jack Fuquay. Kick out to the right wing in front of the Warrior bench. And Montre Poole is able to knock it down at the buzzer. Punches being thrown by both squads. Neither one able to get the better of the other through the first 8 minutes. It's 18-16 after 1 here inside Sanford Gymnasium. And we're back with the start of the second quarter right after this. You're listening to Radio Alabama Sports on Tiger Country 104.5, and this is the Lee Scott Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
Back and forth we went through the first 8 minutes, and it's 18-16. Lee Scott Academy here at home inside Sanford Gymnasium. This Warrior team 20-3 on the season, coming off a 76-74 win on the road at Glenwood to cap off an undefeated area record in regular season play. A couple of subs for the Warriors. William Lyles back on the floor, and notably has both orange shoes now, as Gray Haley works his way right through contact, able to get it to go. A really tough bucket for number one in white. The lead extended to 4, 30 seconds into this second quarter. It's Parks Myers, Gray Haley, William Lyles, Hayden Harper, and Cord Zellner, the 5 on the floor for Coach William Johnson to get this second quarter started. It's Dunn who works his way through contact, gets it stripped by Myers, but he's going to get called for a whistle. They're going to get Hayden Harper. And now the officials are going to come together and meet. Unless he was holding up the 2 fingers, or for the shot. The foul will be on Parks Myers, okay, but after the meeting, they will say that the foul was on the floor. The first foul on Parks Myers here tonight. Dunn will inbound, standing right in front of the first E in Lee, under their basket to the left. Dunn behind the back dribble to create space. 15-foot jumper in the short corner, no good. Gray Haley, really nice box out and a big-time rebound. Warriors going the other way. William Lyles has it on the right wing. Now the free throw line, he'll back things up. Sets the on-ball screen for Gray Haley. Now dribble handoff with Myers. Bounce pass to Lyles at the top of the key. No look pass to Myers. Kick out Gray Haley from the same spot as the first quarter. Can't get the same result. But Harper skies for the offensive rebound. And a foul will be called on the floor on Montre Poole. His first here tonight. Harper, the quick inbound to William Lyles. Catch and shoot 3 on the right wing. Can't get it to go. Harper skies in for the rebound. He's tackled, no whistle. And now the Indians look to go in transition. Right-handed layup is good. For those that were with us for the varsity girls game, yes, this is, again, the same crew that is very much in favor of letting this game continue to work its way down. Love to see that clock continuing to run. Harper has it in the short corner. Kick out to Haley in the left wing. He works his way downhill. Left-handed layup is good. Gray Haley now has 7 here tonight. And the lead back to 4 for the home Warriors. Travion Table bringing the ball up the floor, guarded by Parks Myers. Uses the speed to try and get it to Cam White, but loses it. Gray Haley will corral it. 4-on-1. Pass down low to William Lyles. Can't buy the layup. Got the whistle blown. He will head to the charity stripe to shoot a couple. William Lyles had the first 4 points for Lee Scott Academy here tonight, looking to add to that total. And the first free throw he's able to. And again, very notably, the reason you tune into the Lee Scott Sports Network started with only the right shoe being orange, and one of them was red. Chapman Harris started in the inverse, but since they have gone back to their original combination, and because of that, William Lyles with 2 free throws, now a steal, and hands it off to Parks Myers, who lays it in. Now an 8-point lead. Lyles almost gets another steal. Indians able to gather it. Quick in transition. Kick out is blocked by Gray Haley out of bounds. Harper tried to save it but was unable to. A nice closing speed and leaping ability for the Lee Scott forward and that Lee Scott linebacker that you've seen a little bit of here tonight, bullying his way to the rim. Indians inbound the basketball, have it on the right wing. Now into the short corner, has nowhere to go. Should be a travel, no whistle. Down low to Cam White. And he's able to lay it in. Cam White, probably the most physical player on the floor here tonight. The height and the size, his biggest advantage. He has a bucket in each quarter, 26-20. Hayden Harper has it on the volleyball line. Kick to Cord Zellner, back to Gray Haley. Running short corner now to dump off to Cord Zellner. Goes up, can't get the whistle, and now a frustration foul from Cord Zellner. He'll pick it up. One of those fouls that you hope the official blows his whistle for, just to give a little look back to the end of the floor. And that's why he couldn't have got that same type of whistle. Substitutions on the floor for Lee Scott. Those same ones, Cookie, Watley, Harris, and Zachary enter. Hayden Harper stays in the contest with 4:53 to play. The Warrior lead is 6. On the right wing as the basketball pressured, and what should be a backcourt violation is. Nice job from Brooke Zachary and Barrett Cook. They steal a possession for Lee Scott Academy. 26-20 here with 4:44 on the clock in this second quarter. Harper will direct traffic, standing on the A at LSA at center court. Hand off to Harris, now back to Harper, now back to Harris. Wyatt Watley has it on the right wing, out to Barrett Cook. Nobody picks him up, he'll catch and shoot it, and he knocks it down. Nice to see that Barrett Cook confidence come back from behind the three-point line. Would love to continue to see that, as you're going to need it in the postseason. Chapman Harris gets a steal, 1-on-3, down low to Hayden Harper, 3-on-1 rather. He can't get it to go, and Cook's going to get called for, I believe, an over-the-back foul that he didn't make contact on him. Harper frustrated that he blew the layup, and Barrett Cook frustrated that he picked up a ghost foul. So Barrett Cook now will have to work his way to the bench with that second foul. 29-20 is the Lee Scott Warrior lead. Todd has it guarded by Wyatt Watley. Now to a teammate guarded by Chapman Harris. Warriors trying to set up a little bit of trap, and they're unable to do so. And Watley's going to pick up a personal foul. Couldn't set the edge, couldn't get to the sideline in time. He'll get called for the blocking foul. Dunn, the point guard, with the basketball. He falls down and slips. He'll get called for the travel. Basketball goes right back to Lee Scott Academy. 29-20 halfway through this second quarter. The Warriors have the basketball and the lead here at home inside Sanford Gymnasium. And the first half action of tonight's game is presented by Russell Building Supply and Russell Do-It Center. Experience and knowledge from the pros at your hometown home center. Chapman Harris can't rattle in a three. Outlet pass and a cherry pick. Right-handed layup is no good. Wyatt Watley, the defensive rebound. Gets it to Harris. Back to Watley, and we will set up the offense. Bounce pass to Hayden Harper. Uses the defense momentum against him. Runs left. Back to Hollywood Watley. His catch-and-shoot three is too strong. Could have been a foul in the box out on William Lyles, but no whistle. Now a bounce pass down low. A nice pass from Travion Table. And Peter Chenier able to lay it in. Harper gets trapped, but able to get it to Brooke Zachary. Loses it momentarily. Kick out Harris. One more to Watley. Now down low through contact. Hayden Harper bullies his way into the paint and gets it to go with the right hand. Hayden Harper now with 7, and Wyatt Watley now with a steal. Chapman Harris will pick it up, turn it around, and get it to go down. Another one of those live ball turnovers, stealing another possession for the Lee Scott Warriors. And just like that, the lead is 11, 33-22, 2:51 to play in the second quarter. A 30-second timeout means we will keep it right here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Christian Griffin here with you on Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, that Radio Alabama app. And again, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we appreciate you for tuning in. A little bit of a different camera angle here tonight. Having a little connectivity issues both on the radio side of things to get the night started and on the stream as well. So we are FaceTiming the laptop. And so that is the stream that you see on the live stream, but had to innovate a little bit. But on senior night, wanted to be able to show as much love to everybody that was unable to make it here tonight, that wanted to celebrate all of these Lee Scott Academy seniors. We'll do another job highlighting them here tonight. Layup is good by the Indians. Quick in transition is a Hayden Harper catch and shoot three off the back iron. And now a 4-on-3 break for the Indians. If they choose to use it, they do lower the head. Does number 11, Jamari Todd. Hayden Harper does a nice job playing without fouling. Brooke Zachary the rebound. Now Harper in transition. Jumps from right around the free throw line. Able to scoop it up and in with the right hands. Harper now with 9 tonight. The lead back to 11. Approaching the 2 minutes. Almost had a 2-minute warning. Approaching 2 minutes here tonight. Loachapoka almost turns it over. Able to strip it away from Brooke Zachary. Right at that 2-minute mark. Down low, left-handed layup, no, from Chenier, but he's hacked by Chapman Harris, and he will head to the line to shoot a couple free throws. The first free throw is good. Chenier now with 5 in the contest. Trims the lead back to 10 for Lee Scott. Lyles will check in for Hayden Harper. A keynote, 5 team fouls on Lee Scott here in this second quarter. So any common foul leads to free throws, which is the best way if you're Loachapoka to try and work your way back into this contest. Ball knocked out of bounds as Watley tried to outlet it to Parks Myers, but it stays Lee Scott basketball going left to right on your radio dial. Here in this first half, the teams will switch, and Lee Scott will go from left to right to left, in the second half. Cookie down low to Parks Myers, outlets it to Watley, who gets to the free throw line. Now Zachary bullies his way downhill, right-handed layup, can't buy it. And now the outlet cherry pick once again for Loachapoka. Could have been a travel and is. It was number 10, Jaden Lockhart, who tried to plant his feet to prevent the ball and himself from falling out of bounds, but shuffled both of them. And the ball right back to the Warriors, who lead by 9, 90 seconds to play. Barrett Cook has it just across half court. Now William Lyles, nobody picks him up. He lowers his shoulder, and he bullies his way to the hoop. He has 4 points now in each quarter. Give him 8 here in this first half. Lead back to 11. Loachapoka using the speed and could be an offensive foul. And it is very slow, very delayed, very animated. It is the correct call again as the left chicken wing in transition, but the official very happily taking his time to animate that call. 37-26. Warrior lead. Watley tried to squeeze it in the tight window to Gray Haley. That's knocked out of bounds by the Loachapoka Indians with 65 seconds to play in this second quarter. Varsity girls picked up a nice win. They won it 70-38. Varsity boys looking to complete the night sweep. Gray Haley has it just beyond, or just inside rather, the free throw line, and I believe a 3-second violation was called. And it is. Called a lot of Lee Scott basketball, and because of their transition and their outside offense, I don't know if I've called more than 1 or 2 3-second violations by standing in the paint, but there is one there. Loachapoka now works on the left side of the rim. Jamari Todd went with the Euro step, blocked by William Lyles. Now Lyles has it at the free throw line. Skies through the middle of the floor. Layup, no. Parks Myers offensive rebound, no. Kick out Gray Haley. He's running short corner. He goes up, and another offensive foul will be the call with 22.5 in the second quarter. (37-26), 22 and a half to play in the second quarter. Inbound pass gets knocked away by Gray Haley. We'll reset. Loachapoka trying to inbound the basketball. They're finally able to, nearing a 5-second violation. Baseball pass to half court, intercepted by William Lyles. Hollywood Watley, who checked back into the game, can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Warriors. 12.8 here in the second. Watley will trigger for the Warriors. Out to Parks Myers. He runs left, Euro step with the strong left hand. He gets another bucket. He has 4 points in the second quarter. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The half-court jumper from Adolph Dunn off the backboard and good. The half-court three-point shot from Adolph Dunn running, went to the jump stop and got it to go off the glass to trim into the Warrior lead just a little bit. But all things considered, the Lee Scott Warriors, the double-digit favorites right now, they're out in front 39-29 through 16 minutes of play. And when we come back, we'll dive into the Orthopedic Clinic halftime reports, walk you through the first half stats, talk a little bit about these seniors on the Lee Scott varsity boys squad, and talk about what the Warriors need to do here at home to complete the sweep over the Loachapoka Indians. All of that coming up as we continue on, as we get you started, rather, on the Orthopedic Clinic halftime reports. On the other side of this break, you're listening to Radio Alabama Sports on Tiger Country 104.5, and this is the Lee Scott Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hey guys, this is Tyler Reynolds with Reynolds Outdoors. Fall is right around the corner, which means hunting season will be on us before you know it. We are now carrying some of the best-known archery brand names like Matthews and PSE to go along with our well-stocked supply of firearms we have always been known for. And did you know we are the largest dealer of box blinds in Alabama, carrying popular brand names like Redneck and Banks? Don't forget, we carry Sitka, Bandit, and Drake apparel as well. Come see us today to meet all of your fall hunting needs. Located on Geneva Street in Opelika.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leak protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
When bones get out of joint, the Orthopedic Clinic is here, providing expert care and surgery when needed, wherever it hurts. Hand, wrist, foot, or ankle, back, neck, or hip. offering minimally invasive surgery and cutting-edge joint replacement, serving patients from throughout the region. See the sports injury experts for athletes of all types. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. The Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment 334-749-8303 or visit theorthoclinic.com.
The Lee Scott Academy Basketball Halftime Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic on Tiger Country 104.5.
A three-point buzzer beater to end the first and a three-point buzzer beater to end the second quarter has put a little bit of a damper in the Warrior lead at the halftime break, but that being said, a 10-point lead for the Lee Scott Warriors here at the halftime break. And we welcome you into the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. The Orthopedic Clinic is East Alabama's go-to center for orthopedic care, with locations in Auburn and Opelika to better serve you. And you can find them online at theorthoclinic.com. 39-29, the Lee Scott Warriors have the advantage here at home on senior night inside Sanford Gymnasium. And a lot of it, again, has been with that transition game. You've had a couple of big kick-out threes. The Lee Scott offense got into a rhythm a little bit early in the game, and in the first quarter struggled a little bit on the back half, allowed Loachapoka to kind of go into a run. It was an 18-16 game at the end of the first quarter, but that second quarter was just about all Lee Scott Academy up until the final minute and a half of that second quarter, where Loachapoka went again on a little bit of a run, including a half-court jumper to end the second quarter, and that's where we stand, 39-29 at the halftime break. Halftime stats tonight are brought to you by Lee County Revenue Commissioner Olene Price, who reminds you that if you need services from her office, there's the main office at the courthouse in Opelika and satellite offices in Auburn and Smith Station. Working my way down the scoring sheet, Gray Haley has 7, Hayden Harper with 9, Brooke Zachary with 3, Wyatt Watley with 5, William Lyles has 4 in each quarter. He has 8, Parks Myers with 4, and Barrett Cook with 3. Evenly distributed scoring once again for this Lee Scott squad. Again, who's coming off a 76-74 win at their rival Glenwood Gators their last time out, finishing 6-0 in area play, and no drama on their side of things. The Lee Scott varsity boys will host the area tournament for Region 4 in the AHSAA. We still await the coin flip for the varsity girls, which will happen on Monday morning at 9:30 between Lee Scott and Glenwood to see who will host that. And you would love for Sanford Gymnasium to play host to both of those again, as it did in year 1 in the AHSAA. Would love it to do so again here in year 2. That way, all of the Lee Scott faithful can be here to pack out Sanford Gymnasium as the Lee Scott Warriors look to compete for another area tournament championship. But we continue on in the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report, and wanted to be able to dive into this senior list here just a little bit, to be able to shed some love on all of these seniors. And working down the sheet that was given to me, starting again with Hayden Harper. Hayden, a student at Lee Scott Academy for 12 years, has been playing basketball for 6 of those years. And as we know, Mr. 2000 is set to play basketball at Troy University in the fall. Chapman Harris has been a student at Lee Scott Academy for 14 years and was a member of the basketball program, is a member of the basketball program for 6 years, and he plans on attending Auburn University and plans to major in building science in the fall. Gray Haley has been a student at Lee Scott Academy for 2 years and was on the basketball squad for both of those years. His plans as of now are still undecided. We got to talk a little bit about Miss Rayleigh Langford during the varsity girls contest, and she's been a member of Lee Scott Academy for 14 years, a member of the basketball program for 6 years, did not play her junior year, kicked it back up her senior year, as you feel like she is a member of just about everything for the Lee Scott squad athletically, but back on Coach Corey Harrison's squad for her senior year, and one of the major pieces of this Lee Scott team, one of the physicality pieces, a really good shooter in there as well. She had a buzzer beater to beat the third quarter clock with 1 foot, the running floater from just inside the volleyball line. Her final bucket here tonight. She plans on attending Auburn University in the fall. William Lyles has been a student at Lee Scott Academy for 13 years and has played basketball for 6 of those years. He also plans to attend Auburn University in the fall. Mr. Davis McIsaac has been a student at Lee Scott for 12 years and has been our BA announcer. You hear him every single time a big Warrior bucket, sometimes a little louder than me, off of a big-time Warrior 3. He sits across from me and is our PA announcer and has been for the past 3 years. He plans to attend Auburn University in the fall. And sending special love to the McIsaac family tonight. I know they're tuned in. Just wanted to know our thoughts and prayers with the McIsaac family here tonight, wanting to spread our love. I know they're down there, Miss Hillary, Miss Ellie down there to watch the Lee Scott varsity competition cheer squad. Wanted to shout them out in there as well. Parks Myers and Wyatt Myers celebrated here as well. Parks has been attending Lee Scott for 4 years, was on the basketball squad for all 4 of those years. Parks will attend Southern Union in the fall and will transfer to Auburn and plans to after his freshman year. Wyatt on the other end, again, at Lee Scott for 4 years and was with the basketball program for all 4 of those years as well. He plans to work in sports analytics and the data program at Samford University in the fall. Max Shiver has been a student at Lee Scott Academy for 14 years, played basketball for 2 of those years, and he plans on majoring in engineering, but not quite sure where his home will be in the fall. Mr. Wyatt Watley, Mr. Hollywood, has been at Lee Scott Academy for 13 years, playing basketball for 6 of those, and again, hinting at the nickname, will attend the University of Alabama in the fall. Matthew Whittington has been at Lee Scott Academy for 12 years, a member of the basketball program for 3 of those years. He will major in finance at Auburn University in the fall. And last but not least, Mr. Cord Zellner. Cord has been a student at Lee Scott Academy for 8 years, was a member of the basketball program for 4 of those years, and will attend Auburn University in the fall. Again, senior nights here inside Sanford Gymnasium. Wanted to be able to give them their flowers, wanted to be able to shed as much light, as much love as we possibly can here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Every single one of these seniors has been an absolute blast, being able to be the voice of the Lee Scott Warriors, their junior, now senior year as well, being able to see these personalities grow, not only on the court, on the field, on the wherever, but, man, outside of their athletic events, seeing me just out in public or seeing them wherever we see them, and being able to watch their personalities grow with me, man, it's special. Makes me feel very honored to do what I'm able to do, and we're having a really fun time here tonight. So let's get you started with the start of the third quarter.
Let's get back to the LSA action. It's on to the second half of our game, presented by Gouge Performing Arts Center on Tiger Country 104.5.
A tradition unbroken for any broadcaster. As soon as you throw it to a station ID, as soon as you throw it to any sort of return, a highlight play, it was Hayden Harper that stole the inbounds pass and went coast to coast, laying it in with the right hands. Now in transition, William Lyles, his catch and shoot 3 is no good. Cord Zellner there for the offensive rebound, no. Second chance opportunity, has it knocked out of bounds, asking for a foul instead. They'll say that he willingly kicked it off the wall. It's Loachapoka basketball. 41-29, the Warriors with the lead here inside Sanford Gymnasium. William Lyles went for the steal, slipped over Adolph Dunn's leg. And Dunn still slow to get up. Walking with a little bit of a limp, asking his coach to stay in, but I believe if an injury stops the game, you have to come out at least momentarily. And so because of that, Travion Table will sub in. 7.5 to play in this third quarter. The ball almost thrown away on the baseline, rather. Running right-handed layup is no good, but they're going to get Parks Myers for the shove. When Jamari Todd was up in the air. Todd had 5 in the first quarter, was scoreless in the second. First free throw from Todd is good. A reminder that the second half action of tonight's game is presented by the Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. You can see their upcoming events at goosecenter.auburn.edu. Jamari Todd goes 2 for 2 from the stripe, trims the lead back to 10. Hayden Harper now kick out Parks Myers. His catch and shoot three is no good. Long rebounds leads to an outlet, and the speed of this Loachapoka team will make you pay just about every single time. Court Zellner is going to get called for the shooting foul. And back to the free throw line we go for the Indians. First free throw for Jamari Todd. Once again, he's 3 for 3 here in the first minutes of this third quarter. Second free throw was good as well. 41-33, 1 minute gone by here in this third quarter. Harper to Haley to Myers, dribble handoff right back to Hayden Harper. Instead, they fake the pass and get it to William Lyles at the top of the key. He works his way through contact, right-handed layup is no good. Warriors begging for a whistle, not going to get it. Hayden Harper gets the steal, now down low once again to William Lyles, and this time with less contact, there will be a whistle. That's going to be on Cam White. That's his second of the night, the first team foul for the Indians here in this third quarter. And the orange shoes toes the free throw line, and he knocks down the first. William Lyles averaging right at 10 points per contest, had 8 in the first half. And with both free throws there, now has 10 here tonight. So looking to add to that total. And now a steal from Parks Myers. Kicks it off to Gray Haley. And the Warriors go on a little 4-0 run, extends the lead back to a dozen. 6.5 to play in this third quarter. And high pressure by Parks Myers creates yet another turnover. And that's the reason that you do it again. Not necessarily a man trap or just hardcore pressure, but just enough to make Loachapoka and all of these opponents that Lee Scott plays, I have to think about every dribble, every pass just a little bit more. And if you can steal 2 or 3 of those a night like you did just there, it's really good basketball. Harper to Zellner to a cutting Gray Haley. Layup is good, plus the foul. Just like that, out to a 14-point contest. Shows how fast this Lee Scott team can strike, how fast they want to play, how successfully they can do so. Gray Haley now with 5 in the third quarter. He's in double figures with 12, and the lead out to 15. Now that full court pressure, and Parks Myers gets the steal right back to Gray Haley. Haley racking up the tallies here in the third quarter. Had 7 in the first half, has 7 in the third quarter alone. Ball knocked out of bounds. They're saying it will stay with Loachapoka. 2 minutes gone by here in this third quarter. 50-33. The Lee Scott Warriors have the lead. Warriors supplying a little bit more pressure, but now we'll back out just a little bit. Now trying to blitz the screener, or blitz the ball handler. Able to do so kind of successfully as they almost get the turnover in the short corner, but they get it back to Todd, the point guard, who's guarded by Gray Haley. Running floater instead. Tried to kick it out and was able to do so. And it's Chenier that's trying to go to work on Hayden Harper. Instead, they don't see him. Trying to get it back to him. But a nice job by Hayden Harper and Gray Haley denying the outlet or the entry pass. Todd has it. He'll now pull it from the volleyball stripe. Leaves it well short. Gray Haley with the rebounds. He runs the floor for the Warriors. Out to Hayden Harper. Thought about the catch and shoot three. Instead works his way inside. Whip around pass to Haley. And Harper now will set things up on the right wing. On ball screen from Cord Zellner. Now out to Gray Haley. Gets to the free throw line. The elbow kick out. William Lyles, his three-pointer. Yes, sir. William Lyles now with 5 in the third quarter. He's up to 13. Parks Myers almost gets the steal. Ended up knocking it out of bounds after almost grabbing its momentum, carrying him out of bounds, tried to save it, but ended up kicking it along with him. 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. A couple subs for the Warriors. That similar substitution right around the halfway point in each quarter. Watley, Cook, Chapman Harris, and Brooks Zachary. Todd has it now down low to Cam White. His Euro step lands on 2 feet. No offensive rebound with Chenier is good. 53-35, 4.5 to play. Harris pass to Watley, back to Chapman Harris from the volleyball line. Couldn't get it to go. Nice offensive rebound from Brooks Zachary. He had double-digit rebounds on the road at Glenwood. 9 points, 12 rebounds. A turnover there for the Warriors. And the Indians now try and work with numbers. Chenier, three-pointer right in front of the bench, and a whistle is blown. They're going to call an offensive foul on Cam White. That's his third personal here tonight. That comes at the 4:08 mark here in this third quarter. Nice physicality from Brooks Zachary down low. Harris, Harper, Cook, Zachary, and Watley, the 5 on the floor for Coach William Johnson. Harper, right hand dribbling up the floor, now to Harris, now to Watley on the left wing. Harper, catch and shoot 3, almost a wedgie with the rim and the backboard, but falls into the hands of the Loachapoka point guard. Guarded by Chapman Harris is Jamari Todd. Kick to the far corner, now to the right wing, stripped by Watley. And a travel will be called. We all thought the whistle was going to be a reach-in foul. Instead, they're going to say that Watley took steps. Not sure that I completely agree with that. Jamari Todd will inbound the basketball, tried to get it to the big man down low. He was one-on-one with Brooks Zachary. You're not going to win that physicality match too many times. Zachary gets the steal, gets it to Harper. Now to Watley in the corner, back to Harper at the top of the key. Works his way below the free throw line. Kick out, Barrett Cook for 3. Hits every part of the rim, won't go down. Zachary the offensive rebound, and a foul on the floor. That'll be on, again, on number 50. Apologies, the one name on the Loachapoka roster I do not have. Watley inbounds it to Chapman Harris. Crossover dribble at the top of the key. Loses it, picks it back up, gets it to Hayden Harper. Hand off with Zachary. Now the screen. Now Barrett Cook right in front of Coach William Johnson. Hayden Harper works his way to the short corner. Kick out Harris. Tries to spin his way downhill. Pump fake, blow by with Hollywood Watley out to Chapman Harris. No look pass. Harper, his catch and shoot triple is no good. Zachary fights for another offensive rebound, gets it into the hands of Barrett Cook right around half court. Watley's 3 is well strong. Harris, the weak side offensive rebound. He lays it in with the left hand. Nice ball movement for the Lee Scott Warriors, and we'll call the pass from Hollywood Watley. So a nice assist from him. Gets the ball to Chapman Harris. 55-35, 2.5 to play. No look pass from Loachapoka. Left-handed layup, no. Offensive rebound. And the second chance opportunity from Peter Chenier is good. Harper now works his way in transition. Euro step, gets it to go off the glass. A really tough move, but something we've seen from number 2 in White for so many years. In transition, Euro step, a little bit of English with the right hand, and gets it to go. The lead right back to 20, and Todd now in transition. Euro step layup won't go. He falls to the floor and kicks it out of bounds. It's Warrior basketball with 2:04 here in the third. Second half action of tonight's game is presented by the Gogue Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. You can see their upcoming events at gougecenter.auburn.edu. Barrett Cook, Euro hop step, lands on 2 feet. Kick out to Harper, three-pointer, no. Zachary falls to the floor, fighting for the rebound, unable to get it. Now one-on-one Euro step away from contact is number 20, Zyquan Robert. Nice job by Chapman Harris. Hayden Harper the rebounds. His layup won't go, knocked out of bounds. Out on Harper. 57-37 with 97 seconds to play here in the third. Gray Haley with 14, Hayden Harper with 13, Brooke Zachary with 5, William Lyles with 13, Parks Myers with 4, Barrett Cook with 3. Ball knocked out of bounds by Barrett Cook. He runs into the padding. It will stay with the Indians, 57-37. As we approach the 8 o'clock hour. Here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, Max Shiver, who's checked into the game, a nice box out. He gathers the defensive rebound. Barrett Cook now works his way up the floor. Crossover dribble, picks it up, gets it to Chapman Harris, who stands at the L in LSA. Dribble handoff with Gray Haley, who gets downhill. A lot of contact, no whistle. And we're going the other way with Loachapoka. 60 seconds to play in the third quarter, and Montre Poole buries a triple in transition. Gray Haley now tries to do the same. The three-pointer is no good. Ball traveling towards the Lee Scott bench. Indians able to save it. 44 seconds here in the third. Dunn now a catch-and-shoot three. He can't rattle that one home. Max Shiver with another rebound, falling to his backside. Gets it to Haley, who loses it. And then Dunn, the reverse layup, goes up strong. And he's going to get Max Shiver on the shooting foul with 34 seconds to play here in the third. Dunn knocks down the first one. The second free throw is good, and the Warriors turn it over with 25 seconds to play. 57-41. Basketball at the top of the key. Dunn left alone on the right wing, and he knocks it down. 10 seconds. Chapman Harris, no look pass. Barrett Cook, catch and shoot three. He can't respond. Fight for the rebound. Chapman Harris, layup, no. But he'll head to the stripe to shoot a couple with 3.1 here in the third. 57-44. First free throw from the southpaw is off the right side of the rim, no good. Second free throw this time is too strong off the back iron. Barrett Cook gathers the offensive rebounds, and his layup with .4 gets blocked, but the whistle is blown and he heads to the line. Barrett Cook, 3 points so far on the night. Knocked down a triple in the second quarter and knocks down the first free throw. 58-44. Second free throw on the way. Too strong off the back iron. And the heave for the Indians will not go. 58-44 through 24 minutes of play. Lee Scott out in front by 2 touchdowns, but feels like a little bit more. The Loachapoka Indians have gone on a little bit of a run to end the first, the second, and the third quarter. But all things considered, a 14-point lead after 3. You like where you're at if you're Coach William, well, maybe not Coach William Johnson, but the Lee Scott faithful like where they're at here inside Sanford Gymnasium. Senior night here for Lee Scott Academy. We're back with the final 8 minutes right after this here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love our members love us.
Oh yes, ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path of financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Lee Scott Academy basketball is on Tiger Country 104.5.
Three down, 1 to go here inside Sanford Gymnasium, and it's Lee Scott Academy that gets the ball to start the fourth quarter here on Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, and that Radio Alabama app. Christian Griffin here with you, bringing you all of the action tonight. Appreciate you for being here with us on this Thursday evening. As the Warriors out in front by 2 touchdowns, running a motion offense here on the left side of the goal. Parks Myers, now Gray Haley on the elbow. He'll back things out with Parks Myers. Now back out to Gray Haley. His catch and shoot 3 from straight away is no good. Myers tries to get the offensive rebound, can't do so, into the hands of Gunn. And the Loachapoka Indians now look to go in transition. Nice scramble defense from Lee Scott, able to get back and force the Indians to run a half-court set. 58-44, 45 seconds gone by here in this fourth and hopefully final quarter. Gray Haley almost gets the steal, goes into the backcourt, but the Indians able to get it back. Dunn has his three-pointer blocked from behind by Gray Haley. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Indian basketball. It's Jamari Todd, who has 9 points in the game, the inbounder for the Indians, but couldn't get the ball inbounds. So he'll have to call a timeout. A 30-second timeout means we'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. But while we have a moment, let's pause for station identification here on the Lee Scott Sports Network.
Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country. Tiger Country 104.5.
58-44, 1 minute gone by here in this fourth quarter inside Sanford Gymnasium as we celebrate all of our seniors here for Lee Scott Academy. 9 of them all in total. Wyatt Myers in there as well. Rayleigh Langford and Davis McIsaac. All 12 seniors celebrated in between the conclusion of the varsity girls win and the start of the varsity boys. Dunn splits the defense, goes up and under, puts a whole lot of English on the basketball. Didn't even hit the square, hit the right side of the backboard, but got it to go. A really tough bucket gets the scoring started for the Indians here in the fourth. Down to a 12-point lead. Parks Myers may have gotten away with an extra step there, but no complaints on our end. Teams trade buckets here in the fourth, 60-46. Indians with the basketball on the right wing, trying to get it to Cam White. He is fronted in the post by Cord Zellner. They try and dump it off to him anyways, and Zellner gets the steal. Outlet pass to William Lyles, and he throws it down with the right hand. William Lyles throws it down, and now Hayden Harper gets the steal. He works in transition. Down low, Gray Haley layup, no. Myers the offensive rebound, a couple of pump fakes. Didn't like it. He'll back things out. Now works his way in a little circle. Layup won't go. Zellner, the third chance opportunity, and is fouled by Cam White. So Zellner will head to the line to shoot a couple. Mr. William Lyles, Mr. Orange Shoes. He doesn't get that dunk if he doesn't have on both orange shoes like he had in the first quarter, but traded them out. And playing above the rim is number 10 in White. They're actually going to say that that foul was on the floor. Not exactly sure how. Harper will inbound, gets it to his outlet in William Lyles. 5.5 to play. Lyles off 2 feet, but continued the momentum. Couldn't get the scoop layup to fall. 3-on-2 break, but Hayden Harper gets the steal in transition. He now works in transition himself, and he's brought down to the floor. But he will head to the line to shoot a couple as Mayor Whittington is set to check in with 5:26 here in the fourth. Harper knocks down the front end. Harper a quiet 14 here tonight. 5 in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third. And can't get both free throws to fall, so only 1 here in the fourth. The lead, however, extended to 17 as Gray Haley tries to cut off a ball handler. Instead, he'll get called for the blocking foul. Only the first for Lee Scott here in this fourth quarter. A little choice screen for Jamari Todd. One set on either elbow. Doesn't really use either of them. Backs it up, trying to go to work on William Lyles, directing the offense. Mary Whittington really physical with Cam White, fronting the ball handler. Really nice job. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Indians basketball underneath their own basket. They're trying to get it to Cam White on the right block, but Mayor Whittington not having any of it. 5 minutes to play. The Warrior lead is 17. Dunn, the inbounder, trying to find somebody, and he'll have to burn yet another timeout. And that will be a full timeout, which means we will pause one and take one with them. 63-46, a tick under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love our members love us.
Oh yes, ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path to financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
(63-46) Lee Scott Academy here inside Sanford Gymnasium, out in front of the Loachapoka Indians as we near the end of the regular season. A couple of final tune-up games for this Lee Scott squad. And we appreciate everybody for being here with us on this Thursday evening. Radio Alabama Sports, Tiger Country 104.5, the Lee Scott Sports Network, bringing you all of tonight's action. It's Loachapoka basketball. They get the ball inbound. Dunn with the pump fake on the left wing. Step back three is too strong. Fight for the rebound. Tapped around. Goes into the hands of Gray Haley. And he gets it to William Lyles. And the Warriors off and running. Hayden Harper right back to Lyles at the top of the key. Gets the screen from Whittington. Left in, now right. A nice rescreen. Ended up not going anywhere. Whittington has it in the short corner back to Hayden Harper. And Hayden Harper now will direct the offense. Lyles, Haley, Whittington, Myers. Hayden Harper now the top of the key. Nice ball movement here on this possession, but nothing really working its way inside. Haley now gets 2 feet in the paint. Kick out three for Harper, and it's off the left side of the rim. Ball tapped around all the way back to Harper at the volleyball line. 4 minutes to play. Jump bounce pass to Lyles. The give and go to Myers. No. Lyles tap in. No. Myers tap in. No. And off and running are the Indians. A 3-on-4 break. They still try to use it anyway. 3 in transition. No good. Myers with the strong side rebound. He works his way to the middle of the floor. Nice Euro step pump fake. Has the layup blocked. And it goes out on Parks Myers, who was standing out of bounds with 3:42. Barrett Cook, Chapman Harris, Hollywood Watley, Brooks Zachary, and Mayor Whittington. The 5 in white on the floor for Coach William Johnson. Warriors lead it by 17 with 3.5 to play here at home inside Sanford Gymnasium. Watley went for the steal, didn't get it. Warriors had to go to a scramble drill. Elbow jumper from Chenier, no good. Whittington the rebound. Wyatt Watley crosses half court, bounce pass to Brooks Zachary, who lays it in with the right hand. Hollywood Watley show off the vision. The goggles, young man. And a nice layup, nice touch from Brooks Zachary, 65-46, 3 minutes to play. Here on the campus of Lee Scott Academy. Crosstown foes, Loachapoka and Lee Scott doing battle. A nice fall-away floater from Montre Poole. He's now in double figures. He has 10 here tonight. Outlet pass, Barrett Cook in transition, no. Off the back iron, back to Watley, now down low, Mayor Whittington. And he lays it in with the left hand. Wyatt Watley, back-to-back, really nice passes, giving his teammates really easy looks. And Mayor Whittington, standing on that left block, had his hands ready and laid it in with the left hands. Ball tapped around now. Warriors on the floor, Indians on the floor. And a jump ball will give it to Loachapoka. Or keep it, rather, with Loachapoka. Two and a half to play here in this fourth quarter, 67-48. I was wondering why everybody went a little extra crazy with the layup from Mayor Whittington. Montre Poole, another three, trims the lead to 16, 2 minutes to play. Watley, the bounce pass to Chapman Harris, now to Whittington, now to Zachary, back out to Barrett Cook. He saves it from going out of bounds. Bounce pass right back to Cook. He's cut off in the short corner, down low to Brooks Zachary. Zachary loses it underneath the basket. Cook tried to get it back, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Indians basketball, under 2 minutes. Adolph Dunn will walk the ball up the floor. Guarded by Wyatt Watley, under 2 minutes to play here tonight. 67-51. And a walk-in three for Jamari Todd off the front side of the rim. Chapman Harris with the rebound. Behind the back dribble, he will slow things up. Never mind, he won't catch and shoot three off the front of the rim. Ball tapped around into the hands of Wyatt Watley. And Coach William Johnson will take a timeout, a 30-second timeout, just to get a couple names in for the Lee Scott Warriors. It's Max Shiver who will sub back in, as does Neil Reams. I believe that's 15. It is. 80 seconds here inside Sanford Gymnasium. The Warriors comfortably out in front. Jack Fuquay will check in for Barrett Cook. So Reams, Shiver, Fuquay, Harris, and Zachary, the 5 in white for the Warriors. Jack Fuquay gets it right around half court. Bounce pass to Chapman Harris, but it's intercepted. Chenier in transition blows the layup, but Adolph Dunn is there for the offensive cleanup. Reams now to Chapman Harris as the Indians trying to supply a little bit more pressure with 60 seconds to play here tonight. Harris, he's double teamed with the basketball. Tries to throw it off of a Loachapoka Indian. Instead goes into the hands of Neil Reams. Now Max Shiver, who thought about the three. Brooks Zachary now back to Reams. No. Zachary the offensive rebound. Jack Fuquay catch and shoot. Left it short. And Dunn with the rebound. 37 seconds. Step back three is well short. Dunn with the offensive rebound. 30 seconds to play. Dunn. Outlet pass to Javion Morris in the near corner, who wasn't ready for it. In and out of his hands, goes out of bounds. 26 seconds. Whittington subs in for Brooke Zachary. Chapman Harris gets to the far corner. Out of Fuquay with 15. Now down low to Chapman Harris, who tried to save it and was able to. Fuquay now Whittington. And the ball is stolen. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Euro step down low. Number 24, Peter Chenier, will get the bucket to go, but that will be the final layup here tonight. The Lee Scott Warriors win it here on their home floor in senior night. On senior night, the varsity girls win it 70-38, and the Lee Scott varsity boys win it 67-55. We'll take a break, come back and talk about this contest, wrap up the broadcast, and talk about the game here tomorrow night on the Lee Scott Sports Network. As we hit the road, we'll talk all about it here when we come back. You're listening to Radio Alabama Sports on Tiger Country 104.5, and this is the Lee Scott Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leaf protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally by making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local, commercial, and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu, or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Winter is in full swing at Mountain High Outfitters. Come see all the great gear to keep you warm and dry in style. From the North Face, Patagonia, Free People Movement, Viore, or Local Boy, we have you set for every day or your ski or snowboarding trip this season. Come see Mountain High Outfitters on South College next to Tzatziki's in the heart of Auburn. Experience the difference at Mountain High Outfitters. Get out, get active, be inspired, and live your passion.
All smiles here inside Sanford Gymnasium as the Lee Scott Warriors complete the sweep with the varsity girls and the varsity boys. It was the Lee Scott varsity girls that got a 70-38 win, their 16th win of the season. They moved to 16-9 as you try and near the end of the regular season. Clark Ivett led all scorers in that contest. She had 22. Haynes Kesey with 8. Sydney Dunlap had 15, and 12 of those coming in the first half. All 15 of her points from behind the three-point line. Maggie Herndon had 7. Lucy Zellner and Sutton Lewis both had 4 in there as well. Rayleigh Langford, the senior, had 5. All 5 of those coming in the third quarter. For the Lee Scott varsity boys, they win at 67-55, and it was William Lyles, the senior, who led all scorers here tonight. He had 15. Senior Gray Haley had 14. Senior Hayden Harper had 14. Brooke Zachary had 7. Wyatt Watley had 5. Parks Myers, the senior, had 6. Barrett Cook had 4. And Matthew Whittington, the senior, had 2. So all smiles, all things considered here. Not necessarily the prettiest win, but you can't always have the prettiest of wins. And when you play a team that is a little bit unstructured but just still has that raw athleticism like Loachapoka did, sometimes it causes a little bit of havoc, and they did so at times, especially towards the end of every single quarter. They went on a little bit of a run to end the first, to end the second, and to end the third, which kind of dampened. It made it feel like the Warriors were out in front by a little bit more than they actually were. You looked up and it was 10 points, maybe 12, maybe 14, but the Loachapoka Indians did a nice job keeping it close throughout a majority of that first and that second half, but the Lee Scott Warriors just too talented, too skilled, and they take care of the basketball well enough here tonight to outlast them inside their home gym. Want to give one final shout out to all of the seniors here that we were able to celebrate here tonight. Mr. Hayden Harper, Chapman Harris, Gray Haley, Miss Rayleigh Langford, William Lyles, Davis McIsaac, Parks Myers, Wyatt Myers, Max Shiver, Wyatt Hollywood Watley, Matthew Whittington, and Cord Zellner. We appreciate everything that they've done for Lee Scott Academy. Again, when I was the color commentator watching these guys grow up their freshman and sophomore year, now becoming the voice of the Warriors, and seeing them their junior and their senior year, seeing all of them come out of their shell, really establish themselves as young men and women. Man, it is so fun to be able to work in this, and I say this as if I've been in this field for a crazy long time, but man, just seeing how fast everything goes by, and for the parents listening, not that I need to tell you that, but it's just been so fun, such an honor to be able to do what I do. I don't give it enough thanks like I need to, but man, I appreciate it so much for being able to watch these kids grow up here in front of our eyes and being able to do what they do, put their talents, whether it's on the courts, the baseball field, the football field, the softball diamond, all of the above. We appreciate them and for everything they've done, the giant footprints that they are putting and will leave here at Lee Scott Academy from the AISA into the AHSAA. But my goodness, is this season far from over here tonight. The Lee Scott varsity girls, as we mentioned, moved to 16-9. The varsity boys moved to 21-3 with their 67-55 win over Loachapoka. Our next broadcast here on the Lee Scott Sports Network will be tomorrow afternoon, a little bit of an earlier tip. So we hope that you'll join us, whether it's at Valley or it's here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. We hope that you'll be with us. And airtime again, varsity girls tip at 4:30. We'll be on air right around 4:15, 4:20 or so, but it will be right here on your home for classic country hits, Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, and that Radio Alabama app. Once again, we would like to thank you for listening to Lee Scott Academy basketball on the home of the Warriors, Tiger Country 104.5. One more time, the varsity girls win at 70-38. The varsity boys win at 67-55 here at senior night on the campus of Lee Scott Academy. For everybody here at Radio Alabama, everybody at Auburn Network, and everybody here at Lee Scott Academy, I'm Christian Griffin. And until tomorrow afternoon, have a great night. And as always, it's a great night to be a Warrior.
Lee Scott Academy basketball has been presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Googe Performing Arts Center, Mountain High Outfitters, and Russell Building Supply. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Gutter Pro, Advanced Graphics, Auburn Express Towing, and Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Follow LSA action here on Tiger Country 104.5.